Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle, just in case you didn't know. Now you do. And welcome to my YouTube channel. I have tried this intro 3 times now and still it's just as awkward as the first time. Anyway, before we get into the subject of today's video, I just want to say hi and welcome to all of the new people who are here. Whether you are here because you got recommended this video or another video, just hi, welcome, let's all be friends. If you want to know more about me, all of my social links are in the description and you can check them out. So, today's video is going to be all about how I became more confident and accepted my body the way it is. A lot of people have requested this sort of type of video. And so I decided this is what I was going to make. If you do have any future suggestions, leave them in the comments. I'm always looking for more video ideas. It really helps when my brain decides it wants to be not inspired. So let's just get into it and talk about confidence and how I've done it, I guess. So I can say that I've never been a particularly not confident or self-conscious person. However, I've never been overly confident either. I definitely don't think of myself as hot shit. I do not think that I'm some sort of model level beautiful. I'm like okay where I am now. Yeah, so like I'm not an overly confident person, but I also don't let people's concerns bring me down either. So, what I've done to become more confident, or more, it's just comfortable with myself and who I am, I just stopped giving two shits about anything. Well, not anything, other people's opinions. So, these opinions are specifically on the way I look, the way I dress, like physical things. If you say I'm a bad person, then I'm probably going to care because that is something that reflects poorly on my mind, and I will care about that. However, if you say that I look stupid the way I dress, or something I'm wearing isn't flattering, or shows off too much of my weirdly shaped legs, then I don't care. To be honest, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear, and as long as I'm comfortable wearing it, then that's all that matters. I know it's really, really hard to shut out the voices that people have put in your head your whole life, and believe me, I have been having those same voices put into my head too. I have had people telling me since I was small that, oh, you can't wear that, you look like a slut wearing that, you should not show off your stomach because you're fat, you should not show off your back because you're fat, you shouldn't show off your legs because they're weirdly shaped. Like all these things are always running through my mind, however, I just choose not to give them space. I put it out of my mind, and if I'm wearing something, it's more, or if I decide not to wear something, it's more because I just don't feel comfortable. I'm totally okay with showing off my legs now. I would prefer to wear capris than shorts, mostly because I feel naked in shorts. I feel like my thighs eat my shorts, and they do actually, because when you walk they like rub and then they like ride up and suddenly like you're wearing hot pants instead of regular size shorts. I don't like that. I also don't like the discomfort of like chub rub, so I would prefer to be comfortable and I would wear capris. I also don't like short skirts because I don't like having my body hanging out everywhere, and that's okay. That's totally just a comfort level of I don't like showing a lot of skin, mostly my upper thighs. Like, I just will never be that type of person. I also don't particularly like wearing backless things because I like wearing bras not like I will never enjoy wearing a bra, but I wear a bra because I have large boobs, and society still says that if you have large boobs, you need to contain them and lift them up, and my boobs don't look nice if I don't put them in a bra. So, you know, if I want them to look nice, they have to go in a bra. Anyway, I have basically worked a very long time to come to this level of comfort level with my body, and that's exactly what it is I'm comfortable with the way I look now. I would be comfortable if I lost weight. I would be comfortable, probably not so much if I gained weight because I wouldn't have any clothes to wear. But I'm good. Right where I am, I'm good. This kind of started when I first moved back from living away in a big city. I was in fashion school, so like I learned to take a little bit more risks with what I wore, but I was also around a lot of very small people who were very judgmental and spoke their mind directly to your face if they thought you looked bad. They would walk up to you and say, "That makes you look fat," or "You're too big to wear that." Because fashion is a judgmental place. It just is, and I don't like it. It's why I don't ever want to work in the regular size fashion industry, because that is where the land of judgment is, and that's not something you should have to put up with. So when I moved back, I got out of that where I felt like I was being constantly judged, and I was allowed to kind of grow on my own. I've been back here for 7 years now, and through meeting good people who are never judgmental about what I wear. In fact, they encourage me to be more outgoing with what I wear, and compliment me when I try something new because they know how hard it is for me. I've also decided that it doesn't matter if I'm fat, I'm still going to travel when I can afford it. I'm still going to do fun things, and I'm not going to worry about if I'm too fat to do something. I go to concerts when I feel like it, and I don't care if people are staring at me because I'm fat and at a concert, because like apparently you can't do anything when you're fat. I don't really like amusement parks, which would be another issue for being a large person. I found out kind of the hard way that basically like when you're fat you just don't fit in the rides anymore, like my size specifically. If you're smaller than me, like a few sizes smaller, you're probably fine, but I just don't fit in the amusement park rides. It was always a tight squeeze before, but like I don't like going there. I don't want to be hot all day where I'm probably gonna get sunstroke because I get it quite often and very easily. I don't do well in hot places. I never have. So like if I don't want to do something, I just don't do the activity. And that has made me so much more confident because it allows me the freedom to speak my mind. If I don't want to do it, I just say, "No, thank you," or "No, that doesn't interest me," or whatever. I don't have to give an excuse. I can just say, "I don't want to do it," and that works. But you also have to find your voice. You have to stand by what you say. So if you don't like doing something, you have to say no and mean it. If you don't want to do an activity that you maybe aren't comfortable with, or you don't want to wear certain clothes that someone is telling you should wear, you can say no, but you have to mean it. You have to say, "Listen, that's not my style. That's not what I want to do." And just be comfortable with them saying, "Okay, well, you probably should." You have to be comfortable with the backlash. And, you know, a lot of it is really just standing up for yourself. If someone says to you, you know, to your face, a person in real life, the internet does not count. The internet will always be mean, and they're not real people until they're willing to say it to your face. If somebody says to you something rude, or if they make some sort of snide comment about your weight or the way you're dressed or something like that, you have to be willing to stand up for yourself. If you're not willing to fight for yourself, no one else is going to want to fight for you either. And so you have to show people that you will not take their crap and you will not put up with it, because you are a human being who deserves to be treated just as good as everybody else on the planet. Where confidence building can be really difficult is with family. So while I have a family that is supportive now, some of my family members were not always this supportive. Some of them pushed me into diets when I was 12. Some of them would make comments about my body like, you look thinner wearing this type of clothes, or that shirt makes you look fat. And so those would be things that would always upset me. However, now that I've grown into my own and spoken up for myself, they have kind of come on board. I also cut out the people who aren't willing to come on board with that. If you're not willing to accept my new confidence, then you are not a part of my life anymore. I need to do what is best for me, and because this is the one life I have, and I would like to make it a good one, basically. But most people have come on board with supporting me and loving me just the way I am, which is awesome. And it means that I get to avoid the diet talk of, oh, don't you think, you'd be happier if you lost weight? Don't you think that you would have a boyfriend if you lost weight? Don't you think that more people would like you if you lost weight? No, I don't actually think any of those things. In fact, if someone doesn't like me as I am now because of my physical looks, then they were probably not good enough to be my friend, my boyfriend, or in my life in any capacity if I was smaller. Simple as that. If you can't accept somebody who weighs 400 pounds, 300 pounds, whatever, if you can't accept them the way they are now in this particular moment in time, then you're not a good person, and so you don't deserve to be in my life anytime. The thing to remember about gaining confidence and accepting your body is that it is not a quick process. It is about doing small things that help you on the journey. So I did things like started following blogs that were about body positivity. I started following other fashion bloggers that were larger sizes. I started talking to people about how I felt. I'm very, very blunt and very, very open about how I feel about things. So if a friend makes a comment, not even towards myself, but about someone else, about someone else's body, like, oh, they don't need to have their stomach hanging out, I will say that is their comfort level. And even if their stomach jiggles and isn't the perfect stomach, if they want to have it hang out, that's totally their business. And I will start the conversation with people about how others should be treated and how I should be treated. And if anybody says anything, I just talk it out with them. But it's a journey. It's been a long journey of gaining this confidence, and also it does really help that I have had a long time to build up a thick skin of towards internet abuse and things like that. So a lot of what people say to me doesn't really sink in anymore, which is, I don't know, it's kind of good, but then also kind of sad, because my life growing up and up until I was till I was in my 20s, there were toxic figures in my life that aren't there anymore, and it allows my brain to be more accepting of myself because I don't have their voices in my head bringing me down. But this is your life. If you want to gain more confidence and you want to be more accepting of your body, it's up to you to take the steps necessary to build that confidence and to accept yourself. And it's not that I can say every day, I love my body. most times I don't look at my body as a body. I look at it as bits and pieces, and I can say, today I really enjoy my arms. I've never been shy about my arms. And tomorrow I can say, you know what, my legs look really good in this, even though they're weirdly shaped, which they just are. It's kind of a fact. Confidence and body acceptance are something that go together but are not the same thing. But they go together. You need to be working on them at the same time. It is, like I said, a journey. However, it's something that you can start today and continue working on for years. And you can always be working on it. It isn't something that you just stop all of a sudden, like, okay, I have confidence, I accept my body, I'm done, I don't have to work on it anymore. It's a daily thing. And you can do it. You can do this, and you can work on accepting yourself. That is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of ranty, rambly, not much, a lot of sense. I will hopefully fix that in editing. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the description box. No, in the comment box below. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, it's all linked below, specifically my Instagram. That's where I'm pretty much most active. Go ahead and follow me on there. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!